Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at DaTruthDT, the best Dokkan player, Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle player that I have ever seen, that I have ever noticed. He has beaten Festival of Battles, I don't know how many times. So we're going to be watching the King of Dokkan today. But first, we got the announcement that Dragon Ball Super is coming back. The Galactic Patrol arc, which is the Moro arc, is going to be starting. I'm not exactly sure how this is all going to take place. What I assume is that we are going to have the remake of Beerus, and we're going to go along the 5, maybe a couple other like mini series, like the Copy Vegeta arc. But we'll go through all the arcs, and then we will skip the movies and we'll go straight into the Galactic Patrol with that brand new Dragon Ball Super. Actually, let me pull it up quick. Dragon Ball Super. That brand new logo. It's nice. It's a nice dark color. So this is for the Beerus. Beautiful, nice color. Sorry, let me just move this. Perfect. Okay. Now I wanted to watch this quick. So this is a fan animation. I believe that it's all AI as well. So here's one of the big issues, okay? With Akira Toriyama's passing, there was that whole rights issue for years. And even prior to the passing of Akira Toriyama, there were issues of rights. Who owns what? And I believe that Bird Studio owned the official manga work, and Shueisha owned the games, movies, licensing, blah, blah, blah. So what happened is eventually they just came together, but they came together so late. And what we're gonna see in this DaTruth video is that the reception of Daima in Dokkan Battle was so poor because it was so far away from the ending of Daima. Let's see, when did Daima end? Okay. Wow. So almost a year ago, Daima ended. And we went through Dokkan Battle with first Super Saiyan 3, Mini Vegeta. Then we had prior, it was Super Saiyan Goku and Glorio. Fine choice at time. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Then we got some free-to-play Glorio and Pansy. We got Super Saiyan 4 Mini Daima Goku. I love that Goku. I think like the mini Super Saiyan 4 is so unique, and it offers something that GT couldn't. Then we got Goma. Love Goma. And then we got the Mini Piccolo, and we might have got a couple other people that I'm not thinking about. Not really big players in the game, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And then Anniversary drops. And it's like almost a year after, and this is what comes out. Now you're gonna hear, I don't know if it's gonna be in this video, Truth talks about the community's reaction to everything. Truth talks about like, oh, the animations are ugly. I actually don't think the animations are ugly. I think the animations are a smidge too small. Let's see. Yeah, almost a year. 11 months. 11 months exactly on. Give a day, sorry. Cool. So on Twitter, we're gonna do Super Saiyan 4 Damagoku Super Attacks Dokkan. So I think like the big issue right now is that we are getting just slow super attacks. I don't know who this guy is. Let's see this guy.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
By the way, I'm so sorry. They're like, oh, one more bonus is better. One more bonus is better. I think one more bonus sounds a little goofy. To go even further beyond, adding that to what he said to Majin Buu during the Buu saga, I think's way better than, and here's one bonus.
All right, hey,
just think a bonus,
looking
and it's
basically just like
so
the
goofy.
anime. That's awesome.
This is
Why
great.
why does actual like, you know, the white in his eye
I'm sorry. So this guy's channel is 681 Shadow. So the
go
intro's
red
great.
too?
The
That was
intro's
a little bit of a
definitely
weird
great.
choice, but it still looks
But then,
good. It still looks good. All right. Oh, and he does
okay,
the iconic. Yep, he does the pose. Let's go.
that pose is pretty cool. I found in like Sparking Zero that pose seems a little two-dimensional compared to like some of the other poses that people do, especially when you look at like edits. Like let's see, there's mods where other characters are doing the pose. And it just looks a little flat, quite honestly. I don't think I'll find it that quick. Okay, doesn't really matter. Basically, it looks a little flat. It works in Dokkan. In Sparking Zero, it's a little off-putting.
That's fire.
Okay,
All right. So 12 key.
I
Yeah,
like
12 key is
this.
gonna be the punch.
I like
This looks
I
great.
like how they go right up to his face, he
Yeah,
taunts,
dragon punch.
and then he flies. We
Yeah,
gotta remember,
definitely.
Daima, most
They
of what he's
definitely
doing
are cooking
is
here. All right.
beating bottom. And I like,
And then the whole like
first off, I like how quick it is on 2x. Second off, I like that it's just like straight down.
ground exploding effect. Love that. All right.
Okay.
And
this
I'm
is
assuming
the
18 key? Super Dragon Fist.
By the way, I'm sorry. Can we go back a second?
Like ground exploding effect. Love that. All right.
Is this? I think this was in Daima, but is this a reference to Saiyan Saga?
Okay.
Now, Truth
And
will
I'm
say
assuming
this is
18
ugly.
key?
I
Super
do not
Dragon
think it's
Fist.
ugly.
Okay, getting the combo off.
I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's a little slow.
Pushing him throughout the whole
I
like
it to be a
area
little
there.
quicker.
Okay, and I guess this is probably the this is the EX Dragon Fang shout. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Kamehameha isn't the EX. Okay.
And the Kamehameha.
Oh, this EX
I
looking
hate
pretty
that.
good.
That
And then he's
takes
dragging
a
him
little too
along.
long.
I love when characters do that. I don't know why.
Like if they were to make this
Okay.
3 times faster, but say it's
So
3
there was a
times
voice
faster,
clip in
I
there. It
would
wasn't super
be
crazy, but
fine.
there was a voice clip. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay.
Okay, but what's the controversy here? The controversy here is that he doesn't pull his fist down and then like command a whole bunch of electricity around him. Fair. That's a fair argument.
Yeah, they're making it look basically. It's basically like the anime, chat.
Yeah.
It's
As it
basically
should
like
be.
the anime.
And that's another issue that we've been seeing in the community. People want Dokkan originals, and I appreciate that, but we got to get the original work in for the Super Saiyan 4 before we can even talk about getting Dokkan originals. It just makes sense.
I'm liking the OST.
Even though, wasn't Daima Mini? Didn't Daima Mini have a? Huh. Let's see here. Does it show the active skills? No way. Daima Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku had a Dokkan original, I believe.
In the background too. That's good.
But
Oh, and it's gonna go through all the different
this
demon
Goku,
realms
so
there.
He was just shooting.
Oh, that KO tree. Does it have the fade? It has the fade. Let's
the
go.
upside down.
It has the fade.
Okay. This guy rules. This guy's a good guy. Okay. Anyways, all this to say, Daima was released too long, and I think that this Dragon Ball Super stuff has been way too long. Way too long since its release, okay? And let's see. It started in 2018. Now, a lot of people aren't seeing any of this Moro stuff because they don't want to read. Obviously, reading is tough. And so this is going to be all like brand new stuff to them. But, I mean, I've sat with Moro since 2018. Like, it's been a long time. So when I look at this video, this video that AI made, how am I not supposed to be impressed? It looks great. It's doing a specific style. The style that it's doing is like a comic book style. So it's not like an anime. This is something that like Shueisha or a Dragon Ball company would put out, animated manga panels. But look at this. Like, this is all you need. And this is just someone using AI. Like, it's incredible. It really is incredible. Now, I don't remember all that. But I like it regardless. Like, what are you supposed to do here? When I say, what are you supposed to do here? How do you not just watch that and go, like, why couldn't they have given that to us? It's been so long. What's this, Infinity War? Oh, wow. Oh, did Thanos give up? Oh, no, never mind. Oh, wow. Okay. You know, but like, look at that. Did someone say it looks terrible? No shot. No shot. Copium, exactly. Do you have eyes? Art will forevermore triumph. Yeah, like I get it, you know. It's over, you know? This looks incredible. And like fans are doing it. Like so Shueisha is being left in the mud. And Shueisha is now gonna have to compete against fan edits. Even if it is AI. Shueisha is gonna have to look at these and say, we have to make sure that the budget is better. And of course we saw, let's see, we'll check the announcement. Let's see. We have right here. How I didn't know Howard and Mancow had a feud. Okay. What is it that I'm looking for here? Oh yes. Dragon Ball Beerus. We'll just do Dragon Ball Super Beerus. Is this the trailer? Am I allowed to watch the trailer? Okay, let's just find a choice still from it. Looks great. Is that better than the AI? Is that better than the AI? Oh, they're gonna kiss with tongue this time, I hope. Like it's nice, but is it better than the AI? I don't know. I don't know. Cause here's come on. Come on. Look at that face. Here's the thing. We have the AI of the arc now. Now, I know what you're thinking, oh, we can't watch the full arc in AI, but like what's stopping someone from making the full arc in AI? If it's easy enough, like why shouldn't they? Shueisha's not. You know what I mean? It's just they created a vacuum for someone else to come in and make their stuff better for them because they're too busy squabbling over legal rights. Okay, let's check this one out. This one's funny. Okay, I love this. That's I don't know how Bulma got the powers. I like it. I also like this. This is very like oh, what happened there? Interesting. Okay. I don't know if you noticed here, but her earrings changed. Okay, so I don't know why she got into that. Because she just did she absorb the machine? Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah, the earrings changed. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's still interesting to watch. Okay. So what I'm saying is like there's a market for AI to come and do what Shueisha won't. And I'm just like so upset because this is good enough. This quite frankly, this is really good enough for I mean, do I have to do it? Okay. Awesome. Awesome. the AI is getting the background stuff, but like, come on, you tell me the AI isn't better than this? The AI isn't better than this? Come on, look at that. I think like Croatia really dropped the ball, and I think a lot of the poor reception when it comes to Daima has to do with Shueisha not keeping the Dragon Ball hype machine alive. If they were consistently making the anime between Dragon Ball Super Broly 2018, Dragon Ball Super Superhero 2022, I believe, and then to Daima, if they had the whole anime running, it would just be unbelievable hype all the time. I think Daima would have just got a better reception if they cared more. Whatever. Okay, let's watch The King. I gotta say, I'm so sorry. Truth, if you ever watch this, you won't watch this. What are you doing watching this? Go play Dokkan. Go link level. Go grind the Whis event. If you ever watch this, I do the private server. I've spent so much money on Dokkan over my lifespan of being a player. I've been playing since the second anniversary. I just got to do the private servers. And, you know, my life has been exponentially more busy. I can't just sit. I can't just grind the game anymore. I use a private server. I only care about events. I only care about characters. I don't care about stone counts. I care about burst limits. I think burst limits are important. There have been some unique burst limits, like I think they did a legendary Goku event burst limit, or a red zone burst limit, or it might have even been a Cell Max fight burst limit. I cared about that. I thought that was very interesting. I care about some of the great battlefields that have happened in the past, like the Broly battlefield of worldwide download. Uh, was that last year? The worldwide download, Broly, um, Ultimate Battle. That was a great one. I think that was an incredible one. I think they should have made it harder, quite frankly. I think every Dokkan event should have a red zone option. If not Dokkan event, I think that a red zone could. Oh, I'm sorry. Burst, burst mode. I think every Dokkan event should have a burst mode option. I think every red zone, once you beat it, should have a burst mode option. I think some red zones are incredibly fun to play, but now they're all kind of like played out. And by the way, red zone's dead now. I absolutely believe red zone is dead. I can't search that thing because when I used to go back to play the old red zones, I would look at the picture of all the red zones within the one category. So, like, remember the Wicked Bloodline? If I wanted to go fight a transforming Frieza, I would go to the Wicked Bloodline, boom. Or I would go fight the Metal Cooler, boom. If I wanted to go to Dismal Future, I would look for Zamasu in the middle, boom. But now it's all like a amorphous blob. I don't know what I'm picking. So what I have to do is I have to guess, I have to click, and then I have to go to battle details. It's not the move. I really think they screwed up doing that. I hope that in the future they bring back an alternative view so that you're able to see the old red zones. But anyways, I use private servers. I spend too much money, and I can't be bothered. And you know what? I still spend money on Dokkan, okay? It's crazy because I really wanted that Goku, and now that I see these guys, I can't get the new LRs. I got shafted on Goku, maybe 1,000 stones. I can't go back for Goku, and I can't go back for these new LRs. Okay, let's see.
Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan Battle video.
Baba Booey.
So I wanted to do a video kind of like highlighting, I think what is sort of like the major problem here for kind of like the 11th anniversary. I do think at the moment that the, I can't even really say at the moment anymore because it's just, part 1 is completely done, right? 11th anniversary part 1 is not only the worst anniversary part 1, I think, like, ever. And, I mean, I explained this before, but if you kind of adjust...
You know what was a great anniversary? I don't remember if it's part one. It was definitely a three-parter, I believe. The fourth anniversary, when you had to do all of those special events throughout the anniversary, and then you unlocked that secret Shadow Dragon fight. And that was another thing that they did with a Cell Extreme Z battle, I believe. Incredible. I really liked the fourth anniversary for that. It made doing the content like a little more special, a little more than just getting stones.
Just for inflation,
Sorry. And believe me, I love stones. If Dokkan just wants to give me like 1,000 stones or 2,000 stones, 5,000 stones, they can sponsor me. But funny enough, I don't think they should sponsor DaTruth. I think DaTruth is just so real when it comes to the game that it would be kind of a waste for him to be sponsored.
fourth anniversary part one back in 2019 was crazy. The game was in a different kind of you could go back and look at these old celebrations now and be like, oh my god, it was bad, it was bad, it was bad, it was bad, it was bad.
So he's talking about like Dokkan inflation. So Dokkan will tack on like a new exciting thing for every anniversary, right? Like they'll add an ultimate battle. Then they'll add a burst mode. Then they'll add a few EZAs, and then they'll add this and they'll add that, right? So eventually, with every time that they keep adding on a new feature, you find yourself having way more in the 11th anniversary, or you should have, instead of the 4th anniversary. But in comparison, both offered a large wealth of content for their time period. He's just talking about Dokkan, inflation, and quite frankly, he's eating up right now.
But like, it's just we were in like a different era and a different time, right? Like it's
Exactly.
they had different like amount of events they were doing and when they would do events and how events were structured, right? So it's like if you kind of like adjust, as I've said, for Dokkan inflation, I do think this 11th anniversary part one is the worst we've ever seen, but it didn't need to be that way. And the fix, I think, is very simple. I think it's just the easiest fix in the world, right?
Now he has said many times, and I'm looking here at the title. LR Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku needs to EZA during the 11th anniversary. This would be huge. Now this is in the context of part one, and the recent drop of the recent drop of content was the TUR versions of the Tamagamis. So Amatsu or Geppy said that this will be a two-part celebration. Sometimes the anniversary is 4 parts, part 1, 2, 3 EX, or it's just 1, 2 EX, or 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm gonna guess that with the introduction of the GDC, global download celebration, or global anniversary, but in the mixed timeline, that they're going to make both of them as big as a normal anniversary would be, twice a year. And that's why some content has been taken away from the JP anniversary. I would actually fight back. I would say that every worldwide download celebration, which is essentially what the GDC is, has been as big as an anniversary since at least the year of Corrupt Fusamasu. It maybe before, but at least since Corrupt Fusamasu, it's been anniversary level. I really wonder why it would be only 2 parts for an anniversary. Doesn't matter. What matters is, because there's only 2 parts, the sparse amount of content that's here, we got 4 free-to-play characters, we got 3 EZAs, we got 3 new characters, and we got a new red zone, and we got some other stuff, ultimate battle, blah blah blah. Now, it sounds like a lot. Quite frankly, there's a bit to do if you're not like someone who's like a really active Dokkan player, but there is quite a bit to do, but nothing so exciting. And the Daima units kind of fell off. They weren't really well received, again, probably because they came out 11 months after the series ended. People have been able to form negative opinions about Daima at this point. regardless, the points being that with such a small anniversary of 2 parts, we should have had more to compensate, because as a player, I would want all 3, potentially 4 parts to be in the 2 parts. And that's not what we're getting right now. If this was a traditional 3-part, I could see part 1 just being like normal run-of-the-mill, because we have 2 more parts coming. All this to say that this week, this was the data download. Just 3 TURs.
Really. Now, all they had to do was easy I think it's this guy.
Hell yeah.
I think if this guy easy.
Bro sucks. Bro was rocking that booty 20% damage reduction that long ago. What an awful. You know what that damage reduction is? It's the tax. It's the tax of an attack you're getting. So instead of paying $10, you're paying $8. Instead of paying what, 10, 13, you're paying. Wow, I am so bad at math. You're paying $8.50 or something goofy like that. 807. Anyways, all that to say, this guy sucks, and he sucked from the get-go. The only thing good about this guy, and this is quite unfortunate, is his animations. His animations are just so good. Like, his animations are better than almost everyone up to Future Gohan. And I'll say that.
Right now, and preferably with one more character, which there's many that could, because they're kind of like Goku and Vegeta's the theme, and then they are kind of pushing like Goku family and Vegeta family, which opens up just a mountain of EZAs. Vegeta family doesn't have as many that are available, but we do have some characters, right, that they could really work with. They did give us the Super EZA Trunks. There's multiple blue Vegetas that could Super EZA as well. That I think would be a huge, like, where we could see like Vegeta family Super EZAs, Goku family regular EZAs is kind of what they could do. But this is one of the most popular characters in Dokkan history. This guy just oozes.
We just got an EZA we got Super EZA for physical Trunks. And then aside that, or with him, sorry, we got 2 EZAs. We got the AGL, LR Goku, and the Int Kid Gohan.
His aura, he oozes greatness, but
So cool.
it's just
he's so cool. Look at this. He guards for 1 turn on entry. That's old even for 2023. This is what the 7th anniversary LRs had. What am I going to look for? Fizz SSJ 4 Goku Vegeta. When did they come out? Like, this before EZA. Look, guards all attacks. So he was like a year behind, and this was like the special big transformation. This was like the big standby. Guards all attacks for 1 turn. Guards all attack. Like, did bro had to be in slot 1? No, okay. He didn't have to be in slot 1. It was a really bad kit.
Very easy for a character that needs to get hit and needs to be put in slot 1 to fail. That's this guy's fundamental problem.
Okay,
we saw what they did with Tamagami 1, though, who is a free-to-play TUR, and they made him a god. So I see no reason in the world, if a free-to-play TUR...
Let's just look at it quick. Yeah, because that's how I remember him. Here we are. Like, he's such a cool unit. GT Heroes, full power, great team. Okay. After receiving or evading an attack. So he could get 140 defense, 70%. And then look at that, 140, he could get 210 plus 40% damage reduction. But it was so weird because he would still like die all the time. That actually sounds pretty good. 40% damage reduction. what's this? On the second rotation, 140 plus 150, 290. It shouldn't be that bad. Now, this is the bad part. Can be activated after the character receives 5 or more attacks in battle. And that's a standby skill. That's not changing. That's crazy. Ooh, that is so bad. We just saw the easy A of what? In Kid Gohan and Ink Kid Gohan right here. Right here. Okay. Int Kid Gohan didn't have the option to dodge, I think. I could be wrong on that. Anyways, to be built up, he didn't have the option to dodge. He had to be hit to build up. After receiving or evading an attack, and as the first attacker. So, like, he could really, like, build up defense. He would have 50%. He would always die, though. And look at this. This looks like a good kit, but he would always die. That's so weird. I didn't realize he had 50% damage reduction. And guard. This was the big thing. Once he ran out of the crit hits. But look at that. He has a great chance. So weird. I must have been remembering things wrong. I mean, he still would always die. Like, even in the Red Zone Broly fight, and that was a year old, he would get smoked. Anyways.
Is the level of great that he is, that this guy, they could not have dropped him this week as a Super Saiyan 4 EZA. And
you give him what the new physical LR Super Saiyan 4s have, where they have like 7 turns of like damage reduction, and then the guard or whatever. I think they have 1 turn of crazy damage reduction, and then they have 7 turns of guard and increased stats. You give that on this guy, he could be a great EZA.
He could have been, way better than Tamagami 1. Because this is a Dokkan Fest LR that people would still need to potentially pick up, and he could be on, one of the banners or something. I think this would bring maximum excitement. Now, I know some people would say EZAs are not content. I understand that, right? Grinding EZA events is certainly not content in any way.
I disagree.
But, I mean, if you enjoy the game at all, right? When some of these legendary characters, EZA, I mean, this guy wasn't that good. Like, he has a legendary reputation, even if he wasn't that good for that long. But this guy,
EZAs are content because you get the new character. The new passive on the unit is content because you're going to be running them in all the events. And I know what you're saying, no, it's not. Then why are monthly Dokkan Fest? Why are they content? Why are the new LRs that are going to be dropping, the really cool ones that everyone wants, why are they content? You know what I mean?
Like, this is, to me, there's no character in the game I'm rooting for an EZA that's greater more than this guy. Because this guy has a ravenous fan base, right? So it's like, it doesn't matter what he is when he EZAs, they're going to be saying he's top 5. Like, it doesn't matter. So I pray that he actually, I would prefer they just make him outright the best character in the game. And then I go, yep, guys, I mean, his dick needs to get sucked. He's the best in the game. I'm praying that happens. Nothing will be worse than me having to say, and then they're going to be on my dick all the time. So please no. Please no. Make him great. And I think they drop this guy's EZA right here, and then potentially they drop maybe their EZA right here.
That was a great unit. That unit was critting all the time. That unit had such crazy attack all the time. Like, I was hitting 10 millions. I feel I could be misremembering everything, but I feel like this unit was like hitting 10 millions all the time, and no one could hurt it.
This is, maybe this is the first actual Dokkan original, kinda.
It's so goddamn good.
This active skill right here. I mean, this is like a Dokkan original. They basically took, I think the art of Goku and Gohan it's a Toriyama cover page. I think it's a manga cover page, right? They basically took one cover page by Toriyama and turned it into an entire LR. They could do this, EZA this character right here, when we're about to have a major Dokkan original celebration, and I think people will go crazy. Look at that, man. Fire. One of my favorites. So I think
They're
these
so
two
good.
could have EZA'd right here, and it would have been fantastic.
I totally agree with Truth. I think if those two EZA'd and they were as if they were as good as Kaiku, but without Kaiku's bags of tricks, they were just as good, but in other ways like attack and defense, or like if this guy was a defensive juggernaut while sitting in slot one, or if the other two were like crazy not stackers, nukers. Like if they were like a more exaggerated version of in Buhan from the 10th celebration, maybe that's all I needed. I think part one would have been so fondly remembered if that was the case. It's a good point.
I think it would have gone over so well. And this is the thing. I pulled this up right here. I just wanted to show this. So this is the data download for this week, right? All we had was the 3 Tamagamis. Now, to be fair, I think Tamagami 1 and Tamagami 2 are very good. End of discussion. I think Tamagami 2 is really good, too.
I
Tamagami 3, right, yeah, I still need to get to the showcases for 2 and 3.
Seen their kits. One Dokkan. Okay. Attack 321% and defense 123%. High chance of performing a crit. Damage reduction rate 15%. All allies defense 40% plus an additional 30% for 2 turns for characters who also belong in the Diamond category. For those who are interested, that is a buff on the second rotation. No, 2 turns, damn. So that's just 70%. I'm sorry. But that extra 30% will be jumping over to the next rotation. That's big. Sorry, I almost read it like physical Trunks. He can give 100% support to Vegeta family. Per Daima ally attacking in the same turn, including him. Okay. So attack and defense up to 1, 2, 3, which would be 369. 369% attack and defense increase. Wow. And then chance of performing a crit and damage reduction. So he's going to be at 45% damage reduction, and he is going to be up to a little bit more than a great chance to crit. Jesus. So 45% damage reduction for 4 turns from the character's entry. Damage reduction plus 20% plus an additional damage reduction of 20% before attacking. So he's going to be at 85? Did I read that right? 45, 85. Starting from the 5th turn, he gets 1 guaranteed super, attack and defense up 123%, randomly changes int and physical key spheres to rainbow. So you lose that potential 40%. So you have 45, but then you still have those monster stacks when attacking. Attack 123% increased. When attacking as the first attacker in the turn, attack and defense 123% and launches an additional super attack for 7 turns. That has to... That's interesting. So I wonder if you can like attack 3 times. When receiving attack, defense up 123%, and when it's a Dragon Ball Secret Daima category enemy, key +2, attack and defense 123. Wow, that's a really good kit. Majin Ku has a really good kit too. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Key +2, attack 321%, plus 123% defense, medium chance of performing a crit, damage reduction 30%, attack for allies 40%, plus the 2-turn attack 30% for Daima categories for 2 turns. per Daima category ally in turn. Attack and defense 123. That's going to be 369. Chance of performing a crit is going to be up to 80% for 4 turns from character's entry. You're going to have 100% crit, assuming that you're on an all Daima team, and interrupts the attack enemy. Starting from the 5th turn, guaranteed super, attack 123% increase, medium chance of interrupting the attacked enemy. When attacking, attack and defense 123%. When attacking is the 3rd attack the turn, attack and defense 123%. Launches an additional for 7 turns. When there's Dragon Ball Seeker Daima category ally, attack and defense up 123%. That's a good card. Whew. Man, reading is hard. Okay, medium chance to evade. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. All allies key +1, attack and defense 20%. And for Daima category allies, another key and another attack and defense up from 20 for 2 turns per Daima. So he's going to be getting 80%. For 4 turns, he's going to have max dodge. He's going to be a dodge everything. Launches an additional super as well. Okay, and then from 5th turn, additional super with a high chance of becoming a super attack, or additional attack, sorry. When attacking, 123 plus and launches additional super attack for 7 turns. Okay, yeah, good kits.
If you guys have noticed, out of nowhere, I just got very sick, but I mean, I'm praying it's a W because we still got 4 days until the LRs come out. Regardless of if I recover in time or not, we'll be streaming 10 hours on the 14th, doing all these videos. So I better recover before then. All right. So, so we have this, right? So we can see the 9th. This is the problem. If we historically look at anniversaries in this spot, I could have pulled up the 8th anniversary too, which I believe, it must have been, you know what, why don't I do that? The 8th anniversary.
That was the Spirit Bomb duos.
Oh, well, actually, you know who it was? It was, yeah, I remember. Hold on. All right, right here. Yeah, look, dude, February 13th. Oh, wait, this is the February 15th, right? Like, this was his release date, February 15th. And then we go through, here's Broly Chan Lemon, 9th anniversary is February 5th. And then Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta, February 11th, right?
Oh, they just
now, here's Part 2 LR, February 15th. Here's Gogeta from last year, February 5th. Yeah. Namek Goku, 10th. And then Part 2 LR is 15th. So you guys see the point, right?
Yeah.
Years and years and years in a row, there's like an EZA in this spot that at least gets a lot of attention. Blue Kaioken Goku Evolution Blue Vegeta were very good. Blue Kaioken Goku was very good and garnered a lot of discussion. I wasn't the biggest fan of Gogeta, but it was still a super Gogeta character. And then the Namek LRs I wasn't a fan of at that moment, but as we got all the content, I think I turned into more of a Namek defender. Even as it is now, I probably like the Namek LRs more than literally everyone.
So, on the initial drop, and Truth made hours and hours and hours of content about the initial drop of Int LR Namek Super Saiyan Goku. He died a lot, and the Frieza was just so much better in every way. The EZAs come out. They're amazing for long form content. They were great in the festival battles. And they were great for all those red zones. The 10th anniversary red zones were very long in their nature, like especially the Super Saiyan God Vegeta and Super Saiyan Vegeta and Goku fights. The Goku one didn't have dodge. The Vegeta one did have dodge. They were very long. I think they had a 1.5 billion health. So, having stacking units like the Namek EZAs were just a home run. Just really Really great stuff.
Probably am. I don't know how it happened, but I probably am the #1 defender of this
They're
guy's
great. They're
EZA,
good.
which is definitely
Um, they're good. He has more.
not a good hill to be.
He has more damage reduction. I
That's
think he
definitely
starts off with 50% damage reduction.
not a good place to be, but I mean, hey, he could do a little bit of festival, man. My bad. They said
Yeah, see, like Festival. And Festival's the hardest thing. Like, Festival is definitely like the hardest thing in the game, right? So let's see. Extreme easy. Okay. 20%. First attacker, 30%. So he has 50. And then he has guard for 6 turns. And look at all this. Like, he's going to be just stacking like a monster. Launches additional super attack. So you lose 30%, but you get to build up more. I would probably still put him in slot 1. No, it's great unit, great unit. Same with Frieza.
it was the hardest fight ever.
They're different, but they're the same. They peak at, where do they peak? Is it turn 4? 6 turns. Okay. They peak around here. And then they fall off. So what it is, it's like, oh, you're slowly building with the damage reduction. Ooh, look how high I'm going. You're building with damage reduction and the guard. Then you take a little bit of a drop down. But then you build right back up. And you build quicker because the numbers are bigger. Big number.
Hardest fight ever, and that man was
Yeah.
the 6th option. Come on, it's something.
Yeah,
It's
and he
something.
did great.
All right. So we got that right. So this is the problem right now with the 11th anniversary part 1, is that there's not a grand
I think they could still EZA him, but that is not the point. That's not the point that Truth is making.
EZA right here. There should be an EZA dropping tonight, the 11th. Boom. At midnight tonight, this guy should be EZAing, and this character should be EZAing, or maybe Pan should be EZAing. And, you know, I know, like I mentioned this, I think it was Garesh who scoffed at it, but it's like, I mean, we're about to get dual Super Saiyan 4s. I mean, we're setting up, you know, GT Hero to be super good, and Grade 8 Power to be super good, and who knows what the Banner unit is.
By the way, sorry to interrupt again. We're getting the new Super Saiyan 4s. Incredible. Incredible. Let's see. X Dokkan Global. So we're getting new Super Saiyan 4s. Incredible stuff. Last year's Super Saiyan 4s are still great. I'm not verified yet. This is a burner account. Because you can't just look. So. Sorry, where I am. We're getting the new Super Saiyan 4s. We're getting the EZA for the 8th anniversary Spirit Bomb Duo, and last year's Super Saiyan 4s, the physical ones that fuse to Gogeta, are still good. And then we also have AGL Super Saiyan 4, amazing. Daima Goku is a Grade 8 Power, perfect, amazing unit. Mini Daima Goku is also still a great unit, 44% damage reduction, dodge, and crit chance, and a whole bunch of other things. A Super Saiyan 4 in Goku would be incredible, obviously. But that wasn't the point of what Truth was saying. I got distracted. The point of what Truth was saying was the Dokkan anniversary needs something now. So even if the EZA comes later, it wasn't needed later. Let's look at these units. It wasn't needed later. Everyone lost their minds when they saw this. So that's the LR that's going to be EZAing. Okay, so that was the LR. And now we're going to be looking at the new LR. So this is Tech Pan. That's in Goku. That's AGL. Oh, they go so fast. That is a physical Omega. Okay, so this is new EZA. Or new LR, sorry. We can do this. Oh my goodness, look at this. Perfect. Like, look at the animations. It looks like Trunks' animations. Future Gohan and Trunks. Same position as the 4th anniversary LRs. Could they be Super Easy-Ang? That would be incredible. And then we have these guys. These guys are incredible. These guys are so incredible. Let's see what we got here. These are all great units. Topo was a great unit. I hope history remembers him accordingly. And now we have these LRs here. These LRs are Behold the Power of Ultra Instincts. Yeah, so it's Ultra Instinct, Goku and Vegeta together as a tag unit. And the Super Saiyan 4s were tag units. All this rambling to say is that people are already so much more excited for this part of the celebration than they were for the initial Daima part. People hated the Daima part. People hated the Daima LRs. And now look at this. Like, this is crazy. People are going nuts for it.
It's going to be like, right? I think there's a decent chance. Oh, let me just say I want to hold out hope that they're going to awaken
get rid of
Ice
before
Shenron.
Attacking.
Who
before
is just an SSR for 9 years in a row, or 10 years in a row, needs to get his awakening. And then ban a unit could be like, GT Super Saiyan Gohan or Super Saiyan Goten or something, who don't that moment is not represented in the series, right? I think they kind of could do that.
Bro.
So that could be pretty good. Pan, I mean, do I expect Pan to be super crazy? I don't know. I kind of hate her kit, but when it comes to EZAs, besides Dokkan Fest LR, Anniversary LRs,
look at this.
Besides them,
look at Slow,
bro. Other characters, it's just like, it's a lot of the times it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. I mean, if they have a really, truly great kit, they could still come through. Because, Orange Piccolo definitely got what is like an underwhelming EZA. Oh, for sure. But his kit is so great that he's still good. Because of how dominant the Orange Piccolo EZA is. So overall, I don't think he's a bad character or a bad EZA. I think he's a fine character, right? But they didn't give him an elite EZA, but his kit is still just so fucking good that he's, still good. So we'll see with a character like Pan, who knows. I also got the RF Blues pulled up. At this point, I would rather they just save these guys and Dokkan Fest God Goku. He's another character I could have pulled up, Dokkan Fest God Goku. They're both up for EZAs. I'd rather we just save them for Dragon Ball Super returning at the end of the year, right? So, when God Goku and Beerus are getting their Dokkan Fest LRs or whatever it is, that's when we could EZA Dokkan Fest God Goku. I think it'd be perfect. I do.
We wouldn't want to get burnt
that would be
out
good.
On
And same thing with this character. We could just EZA this character, when we bring the Resurrection F stuff, the series is going. I really hope...
This unit, I hated this unit. I really hated this unit. And you know what else I hated? STR, Goku, and Gohan. Even post-EZA, I thought they were kind of booty. But this unit sucks, because, the whole big thing of this unit... By the way, that's just Super Dragon Ball Heroes. That's interesting. Is this guy getting 4 Rainbow Key Spheres to have max crit? And I think that Goku is building up attack. And then, so on Goku's super attack, he is raising attack, or greatly raising. I think it's just raising attack. And then when you transfer over to Vegeta, he's going to be doing raising attack and defense for 1 turn. And then he has that great chance of critting for 100%. I hated this unit.
Dokkan and Legends, they understand being timely with the anime ongoing will be a huge factor for them. I truly hope they understand that. It's making the schedule. They don't need to be on the ball the day of the episode or something, but at least a week after or a week before or close to when it happens. They gotta do that. They have to. I also have Majin Vegeta pulled. Oh, I didn't pull up Bardock. My bad. I didn't pull up Bardock. Hold on. Bardock is another character, and Bardock is kind of all he's completely Goku family oriented too, right? With the Goku right here, and then he's a Goku family leader. So he to me would make a ton of sense to drop right here. Again. I would be very interested in him with this intro. Not only does he have the best intro in the game, 4 years running. But I mean, it's also has one of the best effects
And I
of
think
a
that
5-turn
foreseeing
scouter is
enemy
fucking
attacks,
crazy.
enemy
Like that
super
that's
attacks
insanely good.
happens even when he's
So,
off rotation.
this guy could easy at any time, be interesting.
Huge,
We
huge
have
name.
them. Again, Majin Vegeta. Here's my hope here. Trunks is like always going to be bad. So my
We have a
hope
good Trunks.
is they would maybe adjust
Vegeta
this to
Trunks.
Vegeta family. Imagine if they did that. Oh my god.
And then do the
Bro.
Dino Super Saiyan 3.
By the way, Majin Vegeta is a great like Dokkan Fest LR or Carnival LR candidate in my opinion. Majin Vegeta.
This guy is a great Dokkan story. He sucked so much on his release. He was so bad. I think they released him with a STR, Super Saiyan, Trunks, and Go 10. Anyways, sucked so bad. 6 months later, Vegeta and Trunks came out. This guy was incredible. As a slot 2, with those guys in slot 1 with guard and what, like 50% damage reduction or whatever, he was sitting very pretty as a great unit.
Him getting one of these grand LRs. I saw someone say, I hope part 2 is Super Saiyan 2 Goku and Majin Vegeta. And it's
Wait, Trunks just got a new card. Trunks got in Future Gohan and Trunks. That's a good Trunks. He's a dodge unit, but
like, okay.
I think he has like 80% dodge.
I do think Majin Vegeta kind of deserves a little bit of respect. So I'd be down. I'd be down with him getting a huge LR, right? All right, so there's that. But the biggest fear with him right now is this. But they could easily fix
they
that.
have a good Trunks.
I understand.
Ooh. Oh. Team builder. What is this R doing here? No. We're going to do Dokkan links. Smarter. There we are. We're going to do you. Perfect. Okay, so he shares categories. Or 6 common links with these guys. That's awesome. None of them are Majin, by the way. Let's see, let's see. Right here. All Out Struggle, Connected Hope, Bond and Parent Child. You know what? Does this guy not lead All Out Struggle? Am I crazy? Am I making that up? Bond and... No, I did make that up. I did lie. This could be a fun team. This is a fun team if you have the Pycons. This is just such an overpowered team. It's incredible. Yeah, he has a Trunks. He has a great Trunks.
Understand the whole...
Bro, that Trunks is so good. This Vegeta is supposed to be a slot 1 because he raises his defense. He has 50% damage reduction. Blah, blah, whatever, right? Whatever. And that Trunks is solely slot 2. He was made specifically to be slot 2. I think that's a great team.
Like Trunks angle the point of the card, but I mean to make a max.
And that's if you're not even. I'm sorry. I think there's only one bond of parent and child. I think there's only one leader for this, right? Oh no, I didn't. I forgot about these two. There's one real leader though. Like, come on. So you're gonna have him on one rotation. You'll have Majin Vegeta on another rotation, and then you'll just pump in all the cool Trunks that you need. This guy would be good. I think this guy would almost be good at any time. I'd like to see him now, but like this guy, when he EZAs, there's always going to be a place for him.
Some of them playable. They just have Vegeta family right there, and we're good to go. And then these two guys, I think we probably will see them super easy during the anniversary, but this is going to be a little bit later. I mean, they easily could have super easied them right.
There are some like units who are not OP, but just happen to be on every team you have. Okay, so prior to the Easy A of Tech Gogeta, the fusing one with base Goku and Vegeta, I would always use that unit. I always liked the Vegito alternative, the counterpart, the STR one, more. But I always found that like I got more utility out of the tech one. I didn't view it as an OP card, but like it was a great 6th option. This guy was another like great 6th option for some of the teams I was running. I was running AGL, Great Saiyaman, the Kid, Trunks. It might have been a Halloween card. I'm not too sure, but he was great. And then like you have him, and they were both kind of doing the same thing, except the Trunks was permanently stacking defense, and this guy was not permanently stacking defense. But once you got that 40% chance of evolving, this guy was like untouchable for quite a bit. And even when he became the 6th best option for the team, he was still incredible. He was just very bulky. What did I like about him? Okay, well, in the past. Yeah, so he got a big defense, 30%. And you don't go down there. Interesting. And then, you know what it was? It was probably the crit for me. So he easy aid. I still loved him when he was easy aid. And he just got more defense, really. It's not even bad. And he got attack and defense here. And he was supering many times. Sorry. I love this unit. This is a great unit in Dokkan. Int UI was like, it could have been a better unit, but it just didn't mesh with my playstyle.
Meow. And then these boys would have been ready to go, like leading into, the tag UI and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Same thing with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Like they could have easy him right now, and we know, oh baby. I mean, all these teams like GT Power, GT Heroes, and Great Ape Power and stuff like that are really good. But at this is how the 11th anniversary, in my opinion, failed. Is no easy A's this week. Multiple good or hype easy A's. And at the very least, I think the Part 1 anniversary would have been a tad disappointing, but it would have been in the mix with other Part 1s. But as it stands, I do think, even when you look back into Dokkan history, I do think this is the worst Part 1 we've ever seen, ever, of any celebration. I truly, genuinely think so. I mean, let me close that to worldwide or anniversary. We're only talking about worldwide or anniversary. And of all of these, going back, 7 years honestly, or something, yeah, I do think this is the worst Part 1 we've seen, unfortunately, right? So, let me know.
Okay. I think Truth made a lot of good points, and I think that if you even consider, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you consider worldwide download or GDC, wow, this is booties even for it. But we're going to end the video here, and I just have to tell you guys something. I'm not actually hungry. My stomach rumbled because I have to use the washroom. Thank you for joining me.